You ever have a moment where your whole life flips upside down before you can even blink? I mean, 1 second you're just a regular kid dreaming about a better bike, and the next, you're locked in some freezing room with a cop looking at you like you're public enemy number one. That was me, Devin Carter, just 12 years old, living in Willow Creek. And I'll never forget how quick people are to decide who you are before you even open your mouth. It started on one of those bright, breezy afternoons, the kind that makes you feel like anything's possible. I was out with my buddy Malik, racing down the street, laughing about whose bike would fall apart first. And trust me, mine was barely holding on. Malik, he had this brand new beauty, said, "You gotta catch up, man." I grinned, pumping my legs, promising myself one day I'd ride something just as sweet. When Malik peeled off for his cousin's party, I was left at the park with my rattling old bike, just killing time, shooting hoops, daydreaming. That's when I spotted it. This shiny red bike leaning against a tree, practically glowing. I looked around. Not a soul. Something in me just wanted a taste of freedom, you know? I told myself, just a quick spin, right around the block. Then I'll put it back. I know. You're thinking, Devin, man, what were you thinking? Trust me, I ask myself the same thing. But at that age, sometimes your heart moves faster than your head. It felt incredible, the wind in my hair, the road flying under me. For maybe a minute, I forgot about everything except that feeling, like nothing could touch me. That's when I heard her, a woman's voice sharp as broken glass. "Hey, what do you think you're doing with that bike?" She was already dialing her phone, eyeing me like I'd just robbed a bank. "Yeah, he's right here. Black kid, blue hoodie." The words stung worse than any scrape or bruise. I tried to explain, but she wasn't hearing it. Sirens echoed, then a squad car rolled up, lights spinning. 2 cops, one young, one old, both stone-faced. "Drop the bike, hands up." My mouth went dry, my legs turned to jelly. I did what they said, tried to get out the words, "I just found it. I was gonna put it back." But it was like talking to a brick wall. They cuffed me, sat me in the back of the cruiser, and that's when the fear set in. Real and cold. Not just because I was in trouble, but because nobody, not one person, looked at me like I could be telling the truth. At the station, they dumped me in a room colder than a meat locker. That's where Officer Callahan showed up. Tall, pressed uniform, eyes so cold it hurt to meet them. He slammed a folder on the table, leaned in, and let me have it. "Don't lie to me, boy. Where'd you get the bike? You expect me to believe you just found a new bike lying around?" His words cut deeper than any punishment. I tried to keep my voice steady, but it shook anyway. "I swear, sir, I just wanted to ride it." "I didn't know—" He cut me off, sneering. "Kids like you always got an excuse, always think the rules don't apply." Every time I tried to speak, he twisted my words, made me feel small, made me doubt myself. "You working with someone? You part of a gang?" The questions came hard and fast, each one a punch in the gut. I sat there for hours. No food, no water, no call to my mom. Just Callahan pushing, until my head was spinning and my eyes burned from holding back tears. "You ever been so scared you thought you might just disappear?" "Yeah, that happened. But then, right when I was ready to give up, the door burst open, and there was my mom. Man, I've never been so happy and so scared at the same time. She was furious, voice shaking. "What's wrong with you people? He's just a kid." And right behind her was Mr. Mason, our neighbor and the best lawyer in town. He didn't waste a second. "This is unlawful. You interrogated a minor without his guardian. No evidence, no decency. We're done here." I saw Officer Callahan's face change for the first time, from stone to something that looked a lot like fear. Mom hugged me so tight I could finally breathe again. She promised, "You did nothing wrong, Devin. Nothing." I wanted to believe her, but that shame, that doubt they planted, it sticks with you, you know? But Mr. Mason wasn't playing. He went straight to the chief, filed a complaint, told the whole story to the press. "We want an apology, real policy changes, and that officer off the force." Next thing I know, there's a news van in front of our house. They wanted to hear my side. That was scary as hell, putting myself out there, risking more people calling me a thief or worse. But Mom squeezed my hand, said, "It's your truth, baby. They need to hear it." So I told them how no one listened, how I was just a kid who made a mistake, not a criminal. Some folks called us heroes, some called us troublemakers. That's how it is. But we pushed on. Meetings, phone calls, lawyers talking circles around each other. For a while, it felt like we were fighting a giant. The police department offered hush money, but Mom turned it down flat. "We want justice, not a payout." She wouldn't back down, and neither did Mr. Mason. Then came the twist. We walked into the police station, sat down across from the chief, their lawyer, and a bunch of bigwigs. "We're offering an official apology and compensation," the lawyer said, "and Officer Callahan's being terminated. We're changing our training and how we handle cases with kids." My mom's eyes filled with tears, but this time it was relief. For the first time, I felt like maybe, just maybe, the truth had won out. After all that, people still had opinions. Some said we did the right thing. Some said we just stirred up trouble. And to this day, I wonder, how many other kids went through what I did but never got their voices heard? Did it really change things, or is it just a headline that'll fade? All I know is, I found a kind of strength I didn't know I had. I learned to stand up, to speak up, even when the world tells you to sit down. And now, I gotta ask, have you ever been judged for something you didn't do? Have you ever felt powerless or seen someone else go through it? What would you do if you were me, or my mom, or even that officer? Tell me in the comments. Do you think justice was served? Or is there still a long way to go? Your voice matters, maybe more than you think.